Can I ask you this morning in your own life, are you afraid of giving God a blank sheet of paper for your life and saying, God, whatever you want to do is okay with me? There are a lot of us that would rather fill the paper out first. We say, God, here are the things that I would like for you to do in my life, and if you'll do these things, then I will follow you. But that's not the way it works with God. God says, I want you to first come to me and you give me the paper and you let me fill in the details because I want to be the one in control of your life. I want you, instead of fearing my will, I want you to trust my will for your life. And this fear can be very real. When I was a boy, 8, 9, 10 years of age, I grew up in a pastor's home, and so my dad was the preacher I listened to every weekend. And oftentimes he would bring in missionaries. They would tell their stories of how they were in some foreign land somewhere, eating all kind of strange foods and all kind of weird experiences. And at the end of most missionary presentations, there would be this challenge to the congregation: are you willing to give your all to God? Which in my mind meant going somewhere to some place I didn't want to go, eating food I didn't like, and experiencing things that were terrible in my life. And I had this fear, if I ever said, yes, God, whatever your will is for my life, I'm willing to do it. I had a fear as a little boy of saying yes to God's will. I'll never forget the times or the time in life when I got to that place in high school that I came to that point of saying, God, now I'm at a place that whatever you want to do in my life, I'm willing to say yes to it. And what a freeing moment that was for me to move outside of the fearing of God's will to the trusting of God's will. I want to tell you today that you can trust God's will in your life. And I'll tell you why. Because God is good, and his will is good. He wants nothing but good for your life. God is for you. He is not against you. And God's plans for you are better than any plan you could ever create on your own.